Hi. Today we are going to talk about adjective. Adjectives. When you talk about adjective, we want to start with this sentence that I've written over here. I love to eat red, juicy apples. They are sweet, crisp, and healthy. If you look at the sentence that I've just read to you, you can see the red words, the red letter words. The red letter words are showing our group of adjectives. The first one is red, the second one is juicy, the third one is sweet, the next one is crisp, and the last one is healthy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are our adjectives, examples of adjectives. And we have number 1, as I've written down here. Number 1 is red, number 2 juicy, number 3 sweet, number 4 crisp, and number 5 healthy. I'm going to read over the sentence again so that we can analyze the sentence. I love to eat red, juicy apples. They are sweet, crisp, and healthy. Now, we all know that an adjective describes a noun. An adjective describes a noun. And a noun is a name of a person, a thing, animal, or place. So 4. Places, animals, things, and persons. So in this sentence, I love to eat red juicy apples. The noun in the sentence is apples. Apples is our noun, and it's a name of a thing, an object. Apples. I is a pronoun. You know, an adjective usually describes a noun and not a pronoun. So our noun here, our focus is on a noun and adjectives. Our noun here is apples. Apples. And our adjectives are, number 1 is red. So this is talking about color. So it means an adjective can be color. An adjective can be a color. So we have red. What kind of apple? What color of apple? The color is red. So we have red being an adjective of color. Then we have juicy, which is describing quality of something, how something look like. So juicy is an adjective. Then we have sweet is also an adjective. Then we have crisp is also an adjective. And healthy is also an adjective. So these are our adjectives in the sentence. What is an adjective? An adjective is a word that describes a noun. They are usually found before a noun or in front of a noun. What is the job of an adjective? What does an adjective do? Or what is the job of an adjective? An adjective describes a noun. An adjective describes a noun. In some cases, they don't actually describe a noun, but they give information about a noun. They tell us something about a noun or giving information about a noun. So we said an adjective. What is the job of an adjective? The job of an adjective is it describes a noun. It describes a noun. Adjective has more than one job. Adjective is a very busy word. It has so many jobs. It does so many things. So adjective has so many jobs. The first job of an adjective is called limiting adjective. Limiting adjective. A limiting adjective is an adjective that limits our attention to one particular thing or to a specific item. It could be a person, it could be a thing, it could be an animal, or it could be a place. A place. So we call this a limiting adjective. A limiting adjective. Examples. Let's consider these sentences. Sentence 1. Don't eat those cookies. Don't eat those cookies. Now, you can see there is an adjective in this sentence. How can we know the adjective? First, we have to look for our cookie, our noun. Our noun is cookies. So, cookies is our noun. And the next thing that we have to do is to look for the adjective. Here is really tricky and it's not so easy to figure out which word is the adjective. So here you have to understand that adjective does not only describe a noun, but it also gives information about a noun. So here, don't eat those cookies. There is a particular specific word that is giving information about cookies. Can you guess what that word will be? Yes, you are right. That word is those. Those. So those is an adjective. And it is called a limiting adjective. Why? Because don't eat those cookies implies we should not eat these cookies. Those cookies. Not any other cookies, but those cookies. So we are being limited to specific cookies which we must not eat. So we call these limiting adjectives. So our first example is those. Those is a limiting adjective. Let's look at these two sentences. Sentence 1, don't eat apples. Don't eat apples. And sentence 2, don't eat that apple. You know, the meaning of these two sentences are not the same. The first sentence, don't eat apple, it means that you should never eat any other apple and any apple, or you should not eat every apple. That is the meaning. It means you should not eat apple again. But our second sentence, don't eat that apple, is limiting us to a specific apple. It could be the apple with the worm inside. It could be the rotten apple. So we've been drawn, our attention is being drawn to a particular specific apple, a specific kind of apple we must not eat. We are not supposed to eat. So don't eat that apple is limiting us to a specific apple. But the first sentence, don't eat apples, it means it's forbidden. Every kind of apple, any kind of apple we are not supposed to eat is forbidden. So the meaning of these two sentences are not said. The second sentence is an example of a limiting adjectives. Now, these are words that you can see in a sentence that tells you about a limiting adjective. The first word is every. Every. For instance, I can tell you that you must clean your house every morning. That is a limiting adjective. You can't clean your house any other time, like in the afternoon or in the evening or at night. But you have to do it every morning, in the morning. So it's a limiting adjective. You've been limited to a particular period of time. A limiting adjective. And we have the word that. So every, that, those, some, this. All these are examples of limiting adjective. Let's look at another type of, another work an adjective can do. This second one, we call it the comparative adjective. Comparative adjective. What is a comparative adjective? A comparative adjective is an adjective that compares two places, two things, or two animals or two people or persons. So we call these comparative adjectives. Let's look at examples. Jenny and Becca are tall girls. Jenny and Becca are tall girls. Let's look at the nouns in this sentence. Let's look at the nouns in this sentence. The first noun is Jenny. The second noun is Becca. So Jenny and Becca are our nouns. What is the adjective? What word is talking about Becca and Jenny, or Jenny and Becca? The word is tall. Tall. So adjective of quality. Tall. Adjective of quality. Tall. 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 Or adjective of habits. Tall. 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 So the word tall is telling us about Jenny and Becca. But the word tall is not really comparing these two people. So how can we make the word tall to compare Jenny and Becca? Yes, you are right. We have to add a suffix. We have to add a suffix. The suffix er to the word tall. When we add the suffix er to the word tall, it becomes taller, 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 taller. Let's look at the second sentence. Becca is taller, so the word taller is there. Becca is taller than Jenny. Becca is taller than Jenny. What does this sentence mean? It means that Becca is tall, Jenny is tall, but Becca is taller than Jenny. So the word taller is called comparative adjective. Why? Because the word taller is comparing two people, comparing two things. So comparative adjective, taller. Let's look at the third sentence. Cheetahs and rabbits are fast. Cheetahs and rabbits are fast. The nouns are cheetahs. And our second noun is rabbits. So cheetahs and rabbits are our nouns. And what word in the sentence describing the cheetahs and the rabbits? The word is fast, telling us how they run. They run fast. So the word fast is an adjective, but in this case, it isn't a comparative adjective. Why? Because the word fast doesn't compare cheetahs and rabbits. So we are going to make the word fast to compare cheetahs and rabbits. What do we do? By adding the suffix er to the word fast, and it will become faster. Let's look at the second sentence, the fourth sentence. Cheetahs are faster than rabbits. Cheetahs are faster than rabbits. So now our word fast has become a comparative adjective after we added er. So now it is faster, faster. So the word cheetahs, our first noun, and rabbits, our second noun. What is the adjective? Faster. Faster is our adjective. And we call this comparative adjective because it is comparing two things, that cheetahs, one, and rabbit, two. Comparing two things. What does our sentence mean? Our sentence means cheetahs are fast, rabbits are fast, but cheetahs are faster than rabbits. So that makes it a comparative adjective. Comparative adjective. Note, we are going to analyze our last sentence and see what we have in the sentence. That turtle is slower than other turtles. That turtle is slower than other turtles. That turtle is slower than other turtles. Let's look for our nouns. Our noun, turtle, one turtle, and many turtles. So we have two nouns. And what is our adjective? Look at the sentence carefully and look at it closely. You see the adjectives. Our first adjective, which is very obvious, is slower. Slower. So slower is our adjective. Slower. What kind of adjective? It is a comparative adjective. Why? Because the word slower is comparing the turtle and the other turtles. There are other adjectives we have to look for. Can you tell me? That. Yes, that is an adjective. It doesn't necessarily describing the noun, but it's giving us information about the noun. So it becomes an adjective. What kind of adjective? A limiting adjective. Can you find any other adjectives? Yes. The word other. So the word other is also a limiting adjective. So the words are every, that, those, some, this, that, other. They are all limiting adjectives. Limiting adjectives. We'll come back again and we'll talk about the other types of adjectives. We'll talk about adjective of numbers, adjective of superlative, and other type of adjectives. See you next time. Bye.